Just letting you guys know you can check out my No Bleeps podcast wherever you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. No shocker that we're talking about the Ace family and something going wrong with their business deals once again. We've also got an update on Austin's fighting career and him totally ignoring the last fight and everything that went wrong with it and just pursuing on like nothing happened, because that's the theme with the Ace family recently. Oh my goodness. We have so much to talk about. Let's get right on into it. So obviously I recently talked last that the Ace family did in fact lose their home.
Going once, Calderon, going twice. Third and final call. With no bids, property reverts back to the beneficiary.
Their home is now being sent back to the beneficiary. So basically they no longer own their home. The bank owns their home and they could possibly be facing eviction, but that's a long process. So people aren't really sure, what really is going to happen, if they're going to be leaving, if they're going to say anything about moving or anything like that, or if they're going to somehow get this money and figure it out and pay off their debts. But with hundreds of millions of dollars of lawsuits that they have, that's going to be very, very tricky for them to navigate. Now, something that I wanted to talk about for a little bit with you guys that I saw that Sloan reported on recently was in fact that the Ace family was allegedly caught buying views and likes and all this stuff in order to provide numbers and look better to their audience. So what Sloan has discovered is that allegedly the Ace family was using this business called Rocket Jump, where they promise that they can boost your social media growth. If you pay them money, they will then in return get you likes, they will get you Instagram followers, all these things. Sloan was doing an interview with the guy that runs Rocket Jump, and he was saying that the Ace family was paying upwards of $5,000 every single month to make sure that their like to dislike ratio was good, as well as making sure that they were, bringing in a lot of views or likes or certain things, buying comments to make it look like they were getting really nice comments from Ace family members instead of people that were hating on them or holding them accountable or had questions about things. If they did something controversial in a video, they would allegedly buy comments to make themselves look like they weren't actually getting called out for something in the video. These are things that they were allegedly paying for.
And I want to share a few voice memos I was sent by someone who works at the company, and he explains a little bit more about what's going on here. But let's start off with a voice memo where he explains what Rocket Jump was doing for the Ace family.
The case with the Ace family is a little unique, account that we did. They didn't really need about, boosting followers, etc. They just needed us in times where they were doing certain things.
And apparently the Ace family owes this company about like $14,000 because they stopped paying their bills. They were once doing this whole entire thing, and they were consistently paying their bills in order to continue this service. And now that they owe money, this guy is saying that Austin has tried to block his number, has been avoiding his phone calls, has gotten new phone numbers, trying to, avoid paying this bill that he has racked up for getting these fake likes and followers and all this stuff, which is so embarrassing.
They would request certain type of, ratio of likes on certain videos. If the video gets bad publicity or dislikes, they would want the ratio of likes to go up. If the views didn't satisfy their needs, we would boost the views. If the comments ratio would be negative, then the positive, we would boost the positive ones.
This person was basically spilling all the secrets of the Ace family, to which people have been like, wait a minute, if they're buying these numbers, if they're buying likes and followers and all this stuff, when they are going to their business partners, for instance, this big fight that just went on, Austin literally pitched to them. We saw in the lawsuits, they showed what Austin used to pitch them with numbers. He was like, hey, this is as many views as I'm getting on my channel. This is how many followers I have. This is how many followers everybody that is fighting has. This is going to be the prediction for how much we're going to be bringing in. This is how many views we're going to be bringing in, which equates to this amount of money. And obviously that didn't happen. That did not happen. The money did not come through. And as much as Austin wants to say, oh my gosh, like we definitely got scammed, LiveX Live scammed us because there's just no way that I have millions of followers and people didn't buy the fight. First of all, your audience is family channel oriented and not fighting people. That's really hard to transfer over. You have to assume that only like literally a quarter or less than a quarter of the people that watch you, even if it's in the millions, they're not all going to want to watch you fight. They do not care. Most of them are only watching you because you post with your kids and they think your kids are cute and they like the family aspect of your videos. They do not care about what you're doing as an individual, Austin. Like that's the sad truth of it. Those are things you have to realize. As a YouTuber, when you go outside of your bubble, it's a risk. You can't expect all the millions of people that follow you to your next career path. But the thing is, if they're buying likes, they're buying followers, all this stuff, then they're pitching to these companies false numbers. And that makes you look really bad. And that's how you end up in scandals and in lawsuits. Like seriously, that is not good at all. Not good at all. And this is also why I just do not understand why Austin is so persistent on fighting again. And who knows, maybe it's because he thinks he could get money and that he could actually get a check this time or what. I don't know what company would want to host this fight after the last one ended up in a massive lawsuit where Austin owed them money. But he apparently thinks he's fighting KSI very soon, like in the near future, which blows my mind. You would think that you would want to focus on your home, your family, the lawsuits that you currently have. Both him and Catherine have lawsuits against them, but instead he's going to spend the next couple months training for a fight. The things that are going on with the Ace family, I just have so many questions because it really just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Like there's all these financial things that are on public record that people can look up and see. People can see that they are in a very messy situation, yet on social media, Austin is just like, I'm ready to fight. Like literally posted on his Instagram story this week, I'm retiring from social media and trying out for the NBA. I'm playing KSI, I'll see you in January. Like, what? This is what you have to say the week that everybody finds out that your home went back to the beneficiary. This is what you want to say. You want to joke about fighting KSI. Like that's your biggest thing right now. You want to fight KSI. And at the same time, you think you're too good to fight the person that actually wants to fight you. Literally, Jeff Wittick is begging to fight Austin McBroom. He really wants to fight Austin. He keeps calling him out on his podcast, on his YouTube channel. Like literally anytime that Jeff has the opportunity to call somebody out for a fight, he is like, please let me fight Austin McBroom. But Austin McBroom will not answer my phone calls. He will not talk to me, all of this stuff. I don't know if Austin is scared to lose to Jeff or what the situation is, or, you know, I think that Austin has a very big ego and he wants to fight somebody that has been in a lot of fights before. Like he already fought Bryce, right? And he wants to fight the next person that has been in a fight before. He doesn't want to be in this whole like YouTuber fighting situation. He wants to actually be a fighter. He wants to be Jake Paul. But the thing is, like, I think Austin got into it like way too late, and plus his reputation is just, you know? So people have seen Jake put the work in, literally go in the middle of nowhere and train for months on end with like no communication with anyone, and then fight big people. And Logan as well. We've seen them both put the work in, but they started a long while ago. And now that a lot of YouTubers have tried to get into this fighting thing, people are looking at Austin like, oh, here we go again. Here we go. Like, it's just not the same. Plus, we know Austin has a family. He's a family channel. So the audience doesn't transfer over. Like anytime people would see Logan or they saw Jake, they'd be like, oh, they're crazy or, you know, whatnot. They're just like young and they do crazy things, and their audience definitely watch them do crazy stunts and pranks in their videos. Whereas like people aren't used to seeing Austin want to be like super aggressive in the videos. Like that's rare and doesn't transfer over as well. But, you know, for some reason, he's under the assumption he's going to fight KSI and is completely ignoring Jeff. And Jeff tried to confront him about it on the phone. So basically, he was hanging out with Bryce Hall, and Bryce let Jeff call Austin from his phone on FaceTime. And Austin was being so weird about this whole thing. Like, so weird. He was being weird and he was being rude. I don't know why he was acting like this. It's clear he doesn't want to fight Jeff. He was just like, why are you like calling me? Like, you know, get my number another way. But the whole thing is just strange.
Are we calling Austin?
You want me to actually get his address? Please.
Hey, nice to meet you, my man.
Let me see this kid.
I want to talk business with you.
Get my number from Bryce.
What do you mean? You're on the phone right now. Talk, bro.
Bro, I got I ain't got time to waste talking to y'all, bro.
You got okay. You gotta find you.
We're gonna find you eventually. Dude, I can't believe he just answered and talked to you.
And he's definitely got this ego on him, and there's obviously a lot of pride there. There's a lot of issues going on, and when you have a lot of financial stuff and it is public, that is embarrassing, and I can understand them wanting to keep private about things and this hurting their ego and their reputation and their image and stuff. But don't like be weird on social media. Like, if you're in financial ruin and things are very crazy and stressful, if you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. But don't post stuff on social media acting like you want to fight KSI. Like, that's the stuff that people have questions about. Like, people see what is going on and they're like, okay, that's where your priorities are. That's when people get weirded out, and then they get fake vibes from people. If you're going through something you want to stay quiet, people can understand that. But if you're acting like everything is all good and dandy and you're focusing on other things and you're trying to move on and acting like it's all sunshine and rainbows, people are definitely going to be looking at you and your personality and your whole YouTube channel and your whole character as just like a little bit off. So that's the situation with the Ace family and the recent drama, the recent allegations, the things that have come out. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Oh my goodness. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.